Hello friends, welcome back. So I have some exciting news. I have been trying to propagate this mulberry plant, and because when I looked at the price, they wanted like basically $100, and I was like, I'm not spending $100 on a plant. I think that's too much at this time, especially when I already have one, and I originally had paid like $50 for it. So I did some research and I found a way to try to propagate this plant, which I'm super excited about. So basically I went back here to this area. I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but I cut it right where it's like basically what I would call like the armpit, where it's gonna branch out. It did have some other leaves on it. Ooh, let's get this untangled. So it did have some other leaves on it. I just basically clipped all this up, and I said, let's give it a try, because I have so many friends and family members that now want this Pakistan. I keep calling it a Persian, but it's actually a Pakistan mulberry. They want me to propagate this plant because they want some extra plants too. And I'm like, this thing's a great producer. I've talked about it numerous times. You can see it still has lovely berries still on it that I'm picking, and I've been picking for probably about at least 3 weeks now, that I have easily, if not longer, picking these berries off. We've been putting them in kale salads and making jams, and you know, just all kinds of delicious things going on here. So I was like, yeah, let's try to propagate it, and y'all, you're gonna be proud of me. I actually saw a little tiny leaf starting on one of the mulberries, so I am super excited. But before we go check that out, y'all, I have some beautiful hibiscus growing. I have to get under this tree to show y'all. Look at that hibiscus. Is it not gorgeous? There's several of them that have, there's some up there in the plant. There's more over here. Aren't they just beautiful? So I have been, look at this one. Is that not just gorgeous? And it's about the size of my hand, honestly. So, you know, you can make a hibiscus tea with the flowers, but I also have something else coming in, which this is not as beautiful as it could get, but these are the Mexican yellow sunflowers that I was telling you about. They're super tall. Oh, it's bright. Look. Oh, look, there's a butterfly. That's why I keep these around, because they're just gorgeous. So yeah, I have those planted throughout the yard. We often have to do a lot of trimming on them, just because, you know, they just get out of control. They will become invasive if you don't take care of them. So you got to really watch those if you're gonna get them. And of course I still have the nasturtiums growing, nasturtium, nastrium, whatever you wish to call them. And I have tomatoes still going on. They're super happy. I'm still waiting on the papayas or the passion fruit to drop these bulbs and turn purple and drop. But in between here, I have got grapes growing. This is grapevine. So this is all grapevine up in here, grapevine. So I am actually hoping that we get some grapes coming in. Oh, I don't know if y'all will be able to see this, but there are some tiny little grapes right there. So yeah, I am hoping that we don't get the squirrels attacking it. And of course, y'all know Betty's in every video. If she didn't bark, I don't know. You know, it wouldn't be a video with me if she wasn't like barking. So, all right, so I'm gonna bring you guys down so we can check this out. Look, right here. I don't know if y'all can see it yet, but there is a tiny, tiny little greenery right there. So that tells me that this one definitely propagated. Now, I don't know if this one over here did. I don't see any foliage yet, so I'm gonna give it a little more time. And I definitely don't see this one propagating yet, and this one was the smallest, so it looks like the thicker stem is gonna be my winner, and that's what I need to do as we move forward for propagation. So I will continue to wait on these other two, but I think in the meantime I have enough space in this bucket that I'm gonna actually cut another stem today, and I'm gonna go through the same process. And what I did was I cut that stem, and then I took an aloe and I cut the aloe off the plant and stuck the stem in there, and then just twirled it around and got that aloe juice in it, because aloe plants are actually, they have like a rooting hormone in them that will actually help your plants to root. So I think that that's amazing, and what a great trick to getting these plants to start to propagate. So I'm really excited about this. And then of course the plant you saw here, my friend, thank you Beth, I'm sending you love, gratitude, and abundance of just positive energy right now, because she gave me a comfrey plant. That is what's down here, because my two comfreys, the big ones that I had, actually ended up dying. They just got killed by the heat that comes through here in Florida. I put them in the wrong spot. They really need kind of a shadier place, and as you can see now, this is definitely doing what it needs to do. Now I think this is some flowers that I had planted in here. I don't even remember which ones. I think these were hollyhocks that I put in, and you can see the little seedlings are coming back on the hollyhocks. So I also put some banana peels in there, because you know stuff loves potassium, so I went ahead and added that in. But you can also see that I have these beautiful purple flowers behind me, and I use those. They're just like a local plant that we get, and they do really well for the butterflies and the birds and the hummingbirds and stuff, so that's why I have those in the ground. So this isn't a long video, but I just want to tell you guys that I am super excited to be able to propagate this plant. So now I am definitely gonna be just mad propagating, because like I said, this is a good thing to share with my friends and my family and my neighbors. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with having this Pakistan mulberry around in our yard, because it's an abundant producer. And you know, if it came down to it and I had to, you know, I do have my new friend, I'm just gonna call her Heather, she's the lady that is her name, and she's been doing our eggs and chickens and whatnot. So for us, she's been providing them to us, and so I would like to get a plant started for her as well, so that she can have it at her house, because I do that food exchange with her, but it would take a little bit before she could actually get the berries. And she has children, so what an abundant blessing to be able to give her a beautiful tree that will last and that her kids and family can enjoy as well. I just always think it's good to be able to share these types of things, and that's part of the reason why I do seed saving too, is I can share, you know, with my clients, my friends, my family. There's so many people that benefit from you seed saving, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we have going on in the garden. I've been pulling more. Oh gosh, I see one up there now, another one. What a blessing. Do you see it right there? Do you see that yellow? That's another papaya that we're gonna have to get up there and get. I have literally at this time pulled probably, not even joking you, maybe like 17 papayas so far. That's a lot. What an abundance and blessing. What abundance and blessing it is to be able to have that papaya. So like I said, I go back and check out my video on making that candied papaya, or if you've got another great recipe to use papaya in, then go for it, because honestly there's nothing better than having that as a free, basically, fruit to be growing in your garden. So I'm super excited about it. I'm really happy that this abundance is coming through right now. It's such a blessing. So everybody just keep that in mind, is starting some of these trees are really beneficial in your yard. It's not just about gardening and the actual garden itself, it's also putting in these fruit trees and things that will grow locally, so that way we have this beautiful abundance in our life, and that it keeps coming through. And you know what, it puts food on the table, and I think right now that that's really extremely important, that we know how to grow, and that we know the things that are going to grow well here that don't really require a lot of effort. All right, everyone. So until next time, love one another, be kind, and I will see you all in my next video. Thanks for watching. All right, friends. So your bonus for today is I'm actually going to slow this down now, and I'm going to walk you through what this process would look like using the aloe and cutting the branch, so that way you guys can be successful at propagating your Pakistan mulberry. I keep calling it Persian, so if you watch my other videos, that's actually what I say. But just for references, this is actually a Pakistan mulberry, and it does wonderful here in Florida. All right, so we talked about this. I'll bring you guys maybe a little closer so you can see. All right. All right, so right here in the crux of the tree, I definitely need a new pair of clippers. These are shot out. This is where you're going to cut the branch. I need to sharpen them. Maybe you're gonna cut the branch. Yeah, I definitely need a new pair of clippers. That's on my list of things to buy. But this is real life, so we're just gonna take it piece by piece. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna take this down now. All right, so we have it, and I need to get this foliage off because honestly, this isn't gonna work for propagation. So I'm cutting it off, kind of cleaning it up. That's what you're gonna wanna do, clean up this branch, get all these leaves off, because you don't want any extra energy going to this foliage. I think that's a little grasshopper or something. It's a little green guy. I don't know if y'all can see him. Yeah, that's like a baby grasshopper. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Do you see it? Oh my gosh. All right, little buddy. You gotta go on the ground now. Poor little thing. Alright. So I'm not gonna really use the end of this, so I just went ahead and just cut it off. And now we're gonna go over here. We need to, all this wind. Y'all wonder why my hair always looks like I stuck my finger in a light socket. This is why, because it's constantly just blowing all the time here, which is kind of nice, but some days it's annoying when you're trying to do a video. All right, y'all, so you're gonna need a piece of aloe, which I've just gone ahead and just cut a little strip off. You don't need a lot of aloe. All right, so I'm gonna say, like, you pretty much want, this is probably a solid like 2-3 inches. You're gonna want that in the ground. So you see where these notches are right here, where there was limbs already like starting to sprout. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna actually, I'll take it up to here. I said it'd probably help if I had some clean cutters. That's on my list of things to buy. When we go back to the, oh, I just stabbed myself in the eye with this. Dang it. Pay attention to the foliage around you, because it may kill you. Poke out your eye. Get your eye shot out. Isn't that from a movie? You'll shoot your eye out. I think that was a Christmas movie. I think it's called A Christmas Carol. That could be it. Okay. Dang it. I'm definitely gonna, I'm just shredding this tree right now. I am not shooting a good video with this. Dang, that's terrible. All right, well, this is demonstration purposes only, I guess, until I get a new pair of scissors. Every year I have to buy a new pair of scissors. Okie dokie, friends. So you want the nodules to be like sticking up. So like it was like leaning this way, so it needs to come up this way. And all you're gonna do is take the bottom of that open area. It had a little dirt on it, and you are going to mix it into the aloe. Just swirl it around. Look at that aloe juice all over it. And then, see, it's all aloe-y. And then you are going to pop it into the ground. So I'll bring you guys down so you can see how I'm gonna do that. It's pretty simple, like, you know, just put it in the ground. All right, so I'm just gonna make a little hole over here on this back side. And then I'm just gonna drop it in the ground like that. And then pack it in. And there you have it. All right, we're gonna do the next one the same way. All right, the nodules, I need to make sure, see, there's like a little nodule sticking up right there. So I know that's the way that it needs to go. So I'm gonna coat this one with this lovely aloe. Aloe's a good starter. I'm gonna put it over here in the back, pack it in. No, that's just a branch tree. All right, and one more time we'll repeat this step. Oh, here it is. Where did I stick that? All right, so just get it all nice and aloed up. Aloe serves many purposes other than just for wound care or sunburns, or it does quite well for propagation. So now you don't have to go out and necessarily buy hormone stuff. You can just buy this. I'm gonna pack it in over here, stick it in the ground, and there you go. Simple process, y'all. We always have sirens or something going on because y'all know I live near a highway, so that's what I'm saying. You have to learn to grow where you're at. All right, so for these plants, the first 7 days, you need to make sure that that soil stays moist. You don't want it over moist, like to where it's gonna be like root rot moist, but you want it to be moist enough that it's gonna be able to start that plant thinking it's time to grow. So just make sure this is what I've done and it works for me. I mean, you do what's best for you. Some people like to do it, come out here and water every 6 hours. Now, if it's a blistering day and this were out in the complete sun, I would probably say yes. But this is under the awning here over by the porch area. So what I'm gonna do is I just come home and I just spray around the bottom with the water. I just have a hand water and I just spray around the bottom, and I do that every day for at least 7 days. And then I kind of just step back and then just see if it's going to propagate. And then that's where you guys just saw in the front part of this video that I actually have a little leaf, which means it's starting to root. Now I will continue to leave this in for probably at least 4 more weeks. I'll just keep an eye on it and see what it's doing, and then see if I need to actually transplant it into like a bigger bucket at that time. And then I will individualize them out and just kind of make them separate at that time. But for now, I want them to get a nice root base before I actually transplant them into the ground. So that'll be my next step, is I'm going to end up going up to probably our box store, and I don't really have any extra buckets right now, so I'll probably run up there and get some of those buckets that I've been telling you guys about, or some pots of some sort, so that way I can get this started and propagating. Because like I said, my mom was just talking about it today, that she was going to order a mulberry tree like mine because it does so well. And I was like, no, don't do it. I actually got one to propagate on my first try. So I'm super excited and hopeful that I'll be able to get more to propagate. And this is what the joy of loving on your community and loving on people that love you, so my friends and my family, and just sharing the joy of gardening with them. So it's okay for me to spend, you know, the money on the plant, because now I'm taking this love and I am making abundance for other people. And you know what? That's what life's about sometimes, is just walking the walk of kindness and love and making sure that you share with those around you. So that's my joy in life, and I am so glad that you guys are here on this journey with me, and you are sharing in this abundance of much love and bringing joy to others through gardening. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, as always, remember, love one another, be kind, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.